Hi there, Scorpio. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast. For week commencing the 7th of April, it's a dramatic start to the week with the sun engaging with the moon in a way which suggests you need to be careful about being too frenetic about trying to achieve perfection in the organisation of your situation. Mercury also moves on Monday, which can give you an eye for detail, and this can also encourage you to try to make sure that every loose end is tidied up. But if you go at it at too rate of a knots, you may find by the end of this week that you're feeling rather exhausted. So it's going to be important to write out a little bit of an action plan, especially if you're feeling virtuous. And this will just help you to focus on the things that are really important, not spread yourself too thin. And it is also important, Scorpio, to not just be too concerned with the practical elements of life, because a quite magical influence shapes up for you this week, which doesn't happen very often, and not in terms of it being beneficial for you in the way it's going to be this week. And that is a combination between Venus and Neptune. This is the aspect of true love. I'm being quite sincere here. If you meet someone under the auspices of this and really have a sense of a common bond between you, which we know generally is not a very common experience, it could be a relationship that will last a lifetime at whatever level it is, whether it's a friendship or romantically. But equally, as ever with Neptune, there's also that downside that it could be in some ways confusing us, or throwing a shadow over what the reality is. So you could encounter someone this week who seems to be utterly charming and bewitching, but actually, when you really get to know them, they may be a heap of disappointment. So you just need to be aware of the contrast, but equally aware of the opportunity, because it is there. And it's also an opportunity for you to demonstrate your artistry. Now, if you can do that in a way which uses the more tangible, constructive influences of the Sun and Mercury, you can get that classic form and function together, and this could be a stunning success for you. But there is something you need to watch this week, and it does concern your nervous energy, because your co-ruler Mars is going into an opposition from Monday through to Thursday with the Sun. Now, Mars has already been a turbulent influence for you since it moved into your 12th solar house towards the end of last year, and your moods may have been quite up and down, at points really angry, at others rather tearful, as past issues that you thought were completely resolved have had a tendency to come up and grab your consciousness once more. And something could really get under your skin this week, and it could be linked to work. So if you are a very giving person and you work with people that you feel don't give it everything, that can be something that particularly frustrates you. And this can all feed into your sense of welfare and your health. And you need to be cautious about this, particularly by the end of the week, because Mercury then combines with Uranus and feeds into the T-square, which influences your other ruler of Pluto. And yes, you could have a conversation towards the end of this week, and maybe it's right that you tell someone in no uncertain terms how you feel, but it could be a real eruption from the depths that you may not even recognize that you've ever done before. So much anger can boil up, or you could be on the end of someone else's ire. Because let's be honest, Scorpio, you're someone who's essentially quite secretive about your deepest feelings, but you're often quick to be frank about other people's shortcomings. And it may be that someone's going to be quite critical about your efforts this week, and it could be a co-worker, and it might not be the person you expect. So you need to keep your wits about you around the politics this week, as well as pacing yourself, but as well as giving yourself the opportunity to be alive and aware of this incredible romantic or creative opportunity that can come up too. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.